thank you. And they're going to go, what for? And just be sincere, be present, be focused. And I just want to thank you because, you know, I was in this session today and they were talking about self-talk and they asked who in your life makes you feel good about yourself when you're around them. And I just want to say you do. And I really want to say thank you and I appreciate that. And guys, don't do it to butter them up for something. Don't do it because you want something. Okay, like what did the 100-0 principle say, the video? It says you do with no conditions the right thing, and eventually what happens is those other people around you, if you do with not trying to expect something back, if you keep doing it and they're good people, guess what's going to start happening? It's going to start evening out. And you want those people that you're saying these positive things to, your only thing you want is them to continue because it's soothing. It's good to know somebody cares about you and talks to you in that way, isn't it? It's a good thing. So that's your little homework assignment. All right, so here's why self-talk matters. Follow along with me here. Success results from our actions. Would you guys agree with me there? If the actions aren't very good, we're not probably going to be successful. Actions are filtered by our feelings. If we don't feel good on a certain day, do you guys think it affects our actions? It does. Feelings are based on our attitudes. If we have a bad attitude, we're probably going to be negative feeling. Attitudes come from our beliefs. And those are deep-seated, those are core, those are our roots. And this last one is what we're going to be doing today, is beliefs come from our programming. What I'm doing today is the first step. I'm programming you, I'm teaching you how to change this whole thing. Okay, so does that make sense to all of you guys, that 5 sentences there? So this circle right here, this next thing I'm going to share with you is what I want you to really focus on today. I want you to remember this without looking at your notes later. I want you to remember these 4 circles here. And follow along with me. We call this the self-confidence cycle. And on the bottom of your paper, you've got the 4 circles. And what I'd like you to do for this exercise, I'd like you to, above the word self-talk, I want you to write the word negative. Write the word negative above the word self-talk. Okay, now, so if you got negative self-talk, you're that person that's kind of complaining and moaning and groaning and all the God stuff in your head, I guarantee you that you're going to put low self-image, low self-esteem. You guys know someone with low self-image, low self, they kind of shoulders down, they don't really walk with a bounce in their step and a look in their eyes. They're just kind of, you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't even know the right word for it, but they're just kind of there.
Schlumpy.
Schlumpy might be a good word. Okay? All right. It's not too attractive, by the way. A person with low self-image and low self-esteem, is that attractive in relationships? No. Is it attractive in business? No. So we don't want to have low self-esteem and low self-image, and so we have to have better self-talk. Now, if you have low self-esteem and low self-image, whoops, you're going to have poor actions and poor behaviors. You're not going to do the right actions. You're not going to do the right research for some project. You're not going to make the calls you need to make to get the amount of people you need to talk to make the sales or make the business or do what you want to do to really reach your dreams that you've been talking about. As a kid, you're all, someday I'm going to do this, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do this. But you got to put the actions in place to get it. Absolutely. I'm going to have the best photography studio in the world. Well, you got to do things to get there. Okay? But if you have poor actions and poor behaviors, you're going to have terrible results. Terrible results. So write the word terrible above results. Now, since I'm a positive guy for the most part, those people, there's several in the room that know me. I have my times, but my times are very short-lived because I'm in this business. I'm in the self-help business. I talk every day. I have to turn it around. Okay, when you're talking about it every day. Remember, like I said, repetition? When you're living this stuff, that's the repetition. So I want you guys to write BBF on your paper, BBF. BBF stands for bounce back factor. Bounce back factor, or what I like to call bounce back fast. How quickly are you going to bounce back from adversity? How quickly, when you have things happen in your life that aren't so good, can you bounce back? Maybe you've had things that happen for 2-3 years of just stuff that's happened to you, and it's just happened. It's time to just get over that and start to go kick some butt right now. Bounce back fast. Now, if it took you 3 years to bounce back, that's kind of bounce back slow. Okay? But we want to bounce back fast from things. And the way to do that is with self-talk. It's the single quickest way to bounce back is self-talk. So I don't want to be negative in here very long, so I want you to do me a favor. Where I told you to write negative above the word self-talk, I want you to cross off negative and do it with some oomph, like almost like do it hard, like make a hole in the paper, like get mad at that negative self-talk. Man, how much money have you lost over the last several years because you had negative self-talk? How much money's gone right over your head because you weren't inspired like you should be? I'm challenging some of you guys, I hope you don't mind, but that's what a coach does. I don't care if you guys like me, I hope you respect me. Because that's what you do. Okay? If we have negative self-talk, are we losing money and opportunities? Yes. Yeah. Yes, we are. Okay? And so now I want you to write positive there. Positive self-talk. Positive self-talk. And if you have positive self-talk, I want you to write where it says low self-esteem, low self-image, put great self-esteem. Great self-image. You'll lose weight. You'll get nicer clothes. You're going to walk with a smile on your face. You're going to look people in the eye. When people say to you, okay, here's what I always say. When people say, how you doing? Do we get that? How you doing? Okay, then we go, fine. Conditioned response. Try next time asking somebody, no, how you really doing? Do they still say fine? No, because there's stuff inside. There's stuff that's bothering. So what would it take to have great self-esteem, great self-image? And if you have great self-esteem, great self-image, guys, you think you hop out of bed earlier? You think you do the little things that make you successful, make you the top of your game, make you a better husband, make you a better boyfriend, girlfriend, make you a better father or mother, make you a better worker, make you all the things that we want in our life? Do you think if we have good self-esteem, we're better at those? Yeah. Heck yeah, we are. Okay? And then I want you guys to write above poor activity, put great activity. Now we're getting up early, we're exercising, we're eating the right things, we're making the calls when people we're supposed to make. We're hiring assistants, the assistants that we were afraid to hire them before because it's going to cost us too much money. But if we need to get to the next level, sometimes it's a time thing. We don't have time. So we're going to go hire somebody, take a risk. You guys with me? To do those little things that you don't need to get done, but you're not doing them, so you're putting yourself in a position to stay where you're at. If you have good self-image and you have good actions, you think you'll take some risks. You will, all right? And if you take risks and you have good actions, I want you guys to write under results, put in one of my favorite words is awesome. So write down awesome results. Awesome results. All right. So words are very, very powerful. I need a volunteer for this next thing. Anybody want to help me out? Pretty easy. Anybody? Anybody? Okay. Okay, you can help me. You want to stand up? Okay. Okay, you can kind of turn around so the camera can see you. Oh, right. They don't want to see your butt. Volunteer. Yeah. What is your name? You look great on TV. What's your name again? Cheryl. You look good on TV. Right on. Okay. All right. So Cheryl, what I'm going to do is a real simple game. I'm going to say a word, and all I want you to do is the first thing I say, when I say the word, I want you to tell me what picture comes in your head. Okay. It's pretty easy, actually, and there's no right or wrong answer. Okay? So the first word I want to say is the word lake. No, not lake. Lake. Oh, lake? Yeah. Tahoe. Lake Tahoe, okay. What do you picture when you think about Lake Tahoe?
Beautiful mountains, blue lake, good outdoor activity, green trees, okay. Great smells.
Right on. And now, what feeling does that give you?
Good feeling.
A good feeling? Like peaceful, serenity, yeah. Relaxed?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, calming, okay. Now, I only said one word, and look at everything that happened in your mind with that one word. That's what happens to all of us. Let me do another one. You ready? Okay, the word is men.
Supposed to say awesome.
Look at her laughing. She's red. Okay. It's just a word. No. Okay, tell me what picture you have when I say men.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Not always trustworthy.
Not very trustworthy?
Yeah, not
Ooh.
real trustworthy.
I don't know. That's negative. That's negative self-talk there. That's not, that's...
Let's see, yeah, I know.
We need to talk after.
Yeah, we need to talk. I don't know, that one part.
Let's skip off that. What feeling do you have with men? Actually, I don't want to hear your answer. I do not want to hear your answer, okay? Now, now, I did not know she would be this way, guys, but do you think she's very common with how people are? Okay? No. Some people like that, some people aren't like that, but if that's what your self-talk is with one word, okay, there's some things that we can work on, because all men aren't that bad.
I know.
Okay, now, so the key word, and thank you, give her a hand, guys, give her a hand. The key thing, guys, I said one word. One word. Did that affect her? When we were kids, could people say something to us, and one little thing could just affect us for years? Have you ever gone to a counselor before? Okay, and what do they want to talk about? They want to talk about your past. Tell me all about your past. Okay, and it's like sometimes it's just one sentence and it brings up all this stuff. Okay, words are very, very powerful. Because here's what happens. Experiences come into your head in your life, and your mind processes it, and you either go and you store it away, and you don't deal with it. You don't have positive things. Actually, a lot of negative stuff over negative stuff over negative stuff over negative stuff over negative stuff. Guess what happens if you keep storing negative stuff long enough? You start believing it, and you become negative, and you're not a fun person to be around, and you're not getting the goals you want to get, and then you're not happy with your body, and you're not happy with how you're feeling, and it's just like, oh my gosh. All right? You can learn how to deal with this stuff, and when you're driving yourself through what you say to yourself, you have a drive. You know what your goal is. I got to ask you all a question. How many of you, in the month of January, wrote out at least a 1 to 2 page written goal of what you wanted to accomplish in 2011? In detail, okay? I want to like to do, no, put your hands up. Okay, about 5 or 6 of you out of 40 or 50. All right, so the rest of us, are we just kind of taking a dartboard and we're kind of, let's see where it goes this year? Okay? Now, if you have written down goals and you review them regularly, guess what happens? You hit them. You change. Write this down. You're 7 times more likely to hit your goals if they're in writing and you review them daily. 7 times more likely to hit your goals if they're in writing and you review them daily. So if you want to if you're making $300,000 and make $500,000, write down what's it going to take to get to $500,000. And you write it down, all the deals. You know, most of you are smart in here. You know what it is. But I got to review it daily. Got to review it daily, over and over and over, because eventually you'll start doing it. All right. You know, if you have goals and you're driven, you're going to get creative. I love doing creative marketing. I've got a whole chapter in my book on how to be creative. People like people that are creative because they want to know, what do you do differently than everybody else? It's that USP stuff. Do you think when you have negative self-esteem and low self-esteem, you're going to do anything creative? No, you can do whatever you have to do to get by. Okay? But when you have positive self-esteem and positive self-image and you're doing actions, you're getting really creative. And you're going to know how to regulate. And you know how that's just a quick thing. I can bounce back quickly. So I'm going to read this out loud. Follow along with me on your paper. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think that you dare not, you don't. If you'd like to win but you think you can't, it's almost certain that you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've lost. For out in the world you'll find success begins with the fellow's will. It's all in a state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger, faster man, but sooner or later the man who wins is the man